Second Take Movies, a podcast where we give movies a second look, second chance, second take, if you will. I'm your host, Preston Jenkinson, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Jake Twito.
Preston.
What's up?
Don't have anything good. I just dot out right there.
Last time was a golf ball to the neck, and
I think I'm
this week
kind of recovered from that. Pretty much. There's moments where I'm like, oh, something's not right.
Yeah,
but I ain't going to no doctor.
Oh, well, who goes to the doctor? Who needs that?
Yeah, scrubs.
It's our last Hunger Games movie, part 2 of the Mockingjay Hunger Games movies, and it's the last Hunger Games movie until the next one comes out the week this comes out.
Yeah, I was about to say that's next. Listening to it, that's today. Next week.
This comes out on the Wednesday that the new movie comes out. So
yeah,
a couple days before.
I think I'm gonna go see it on Thursday.
Oh, I'm going to see it just to see.
I've heard pretty good reviews.
I hadn't read any reviews yet. I didn't know if there were any available or not.
Well, I know nothing about it, so I'm like, I don't want to.
I've already read. I've read the book, so
that's right. I forget.
It'd be interesting. The story of Mockingjay Part 2, Katniss and a team of rebels from District 13 prepare for the final battle that will decide the fate of Panem. And boy, does she decide it pretty quick.
Yep.
Reviews, the positive one from the Wrap, Alonso Duralde, says that this is a film that dares to be about something while still delivering as a piece of straightforward entertainment. I would agree with that. This is a lot better than part 1. The first,
which I think we've already said, and of course the directors said it, but shouldn't have been 2 parts.
No, just always make your finale just a big 3-hour movie. You've built your fan base at that point. They'll come and see it. They'll come to the theater and see it. The new movie that's coming out is almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
So it's like, make up your mind. And I'm sure they're planning another trilogy. I'm sure they're just waiting on that lady to write more books.
I think it's going to be the Haymitch story.
That would be good.
Yeah, I would do that.
Get I don't know who you'd get for a young Woody Harrelson, but I feel like that could be good. Our negative review, Benjamin Lee from The Guardian, says the pace, which has been so tightly controlled in the first 2 films, is a curious mess, starting off painfully slow, then rushing when it really matters. I do feel like the end, like the middle and the end, were rushed a little bit.
Yeah. And there are other parts that they could have, I don't know, fandangled around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It slows down some in weird spots.
Yeah, and it picks up way quick at the end. Like, as soon as they start rushing towards that palace, it's like, all right, here's the end of the movie. But this one, we pick up immediately right after the last one, after she got choked out.
Almost as if they were the same movie.
Yeah, it's almost like these movies were shot back to back, and Jennifer Lawrence got $30 million for 2 movies when it's really 1 movie.
Yeah, she should give me some of that money. But yeah.
I remember she complained about getting underpaid in those when these movies came out.
Look, let's get real though. You get paid $30 million.
You can't talk about being underpaid. Like, maybe
you could live the rest of your life on that money.
I understand maybe the market of what other like stars of a franchise were getting at the time, maybe. Cuz she got $500,000 for the very first movie.
Yeah.
And then she's, as these movies went along, she got way more money. So I think she's doing all right. And that if Woody Harrelson got paid more than her on the first movie, well, that's Woody Harrelson. I mean, he has a regular fee at this point, I assume.
Woody Harrelson's got to be up there with that.
Yeah. So she can't really talk, but she learned she heals the vocal cords pretty quick, it seems like.
Yeah, and let me tell you, getting choked out is probably like getting hit with a golf ball. Doesn't happen
probably.
that quick. Yeah. I call bogus.
Yeah, but they had to secure the rebellion. They continue on with their plan to blow up what they call the Nut. That's a terror. I hated that name. There's some weird names in this universe, but
yeah, and there's a. I think in the book they talk about it more. I had a note because they don't ever talk about the Nut at all.
Mm.
The siege of the Nut, which that's the funniest.
Siege of that sounds like a porn.
Siege that nut.
Siege the Nut. It's like a fortress that has a lot of like military people and civilians inside, and it's where they make weapons. And it's in District 2 or 1?
2. It's in 2.
It's in District 2.
Yeah, because that's their last step to the capital.
Because they really need those weapons inside before they go and storm the capital. So, what's his name? Gale has a plan. He's like, we bomb the outside, or I think he said around the exterior or something. Or
yep.
And then when people come in to help, just bury the whole thing. It's like, whoa, dude! Like,
yeah, this is where I started going. This Gale guy rules. We should have a movie about him. Let's follow him around.
He's a little psycho up there. Like, how is he all of a sudden go from coal miner to military strategist?
That's kind of my big flaw with these movies. I guess
that's like
you got to
really
do
quick.
what you can.
I understand him being like just another soldier in the army, but to just be like making decisions and planning out how to bomb something, that's quick, dude. Well, I mean, maybe miners deal with explosives. I don't know.
I'm watching Justified. They do.
Justified.
Okay? It's Justified.
Justified.
The prequel to Righteous Gemstones. Justified. Like the beginning of this, so there's such a muck in the middle of this. The beginning of this, I just forget.
Yeah,
is this when she sneaks onto the helicopter?
It's shortly after that. They have a compromise to bomb the outside and let the avalanche like block all the exits except the train.
Yeah,
because she was like, "Oh, we're just like killing people, still killing civilians now. That's not cool." And she's like, "Let's block all the exits and except for the train entrance." And then they come out, and then that's when they're like, "Okay, let her make a speech to convince the Capitol supporters to come over to the rebellion instead of just killing them all." Guy puts a gun to her throat and says, "Why should I kill you?" And she's like, "That's what Snow wants. He always wins. You die, I die, everybody dies." That's just what he does. Seemingly convincing all these people to come to the side, and then she gets shot.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, right in the chest.
Sorry, I'm just at this point. I'm just like, all right, let's go, Katniss. Do whatever you got to do. Let's go. Let me see some cool stuff. No more talkie.
She got shot right in the ribs, I think, is where she did. And she has a conversation with Joanna where she's like, "You should have been in Mockingjay." She's like, "Nobody likes me." So they kind of have like they're both very similar. They're unlikable people.
Yes, they are.
Except Katniss likes only certain people and appeals more to people, and Joanna's just an asshole.
Yeah, and she doesn't get any better. Like the end of the movie, there's no arc. There's nothing. Which
she's been through
whatever.
Some stuff. She's been through stuff.
Yeah, she's seen some things.
Yeah. After all that, we have the wedding of Finnick and Annie.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And in the book, Katniss had to like fight President Coin to have a wedding at all.
Yeah, that would be non-glamorous in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the book handles that like you dislike Coin more.
Mm.
I don't know. You dislike Coin. She does stuff to let her know that she's the villain. But in the book, it's like, guy, you hate this woman.
Yeah, she's kind of unlikable in this too because after that,
because she cheated on Steve Carell. Okay.
What?
Crazy Stupid Love.
Oh yeah.
I can't like the woman. Not gonna lie.
by the end of that movie is it's fucking wild, dude.
That's a great movie, dude.
It's
I love that thing.
hilarious.
That's
I was,
if it's on TV, I'll watch that anytime it's on and don't care.
my friends convinced me to watch that one night. He's like, I don't care about like what is Ryan Gosling doing with Steve Carell? Like,
Making money magic, baby.
the end of that movie that's the loudest I've laughed in a long time. Was the end of that movie, where like it's like Ryan Gosling and Steve Carell and that other guy just getting in a fight.
That's the best. Let's just talk about that instead of this movie.
I wish.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, you have the wedding, which is nice. But I mean, like the next scene, she sneaks on the helicopter to join the Star Squad, and Finnick joins them.
Well, I think Finnick and Gail are already like on the front line, kind of, because she's supposed to be in the hospital because she got shot.
Ah, that's right.
She got bruised rib. Forgot. So, but after the wedding, she sneaks out onto a ship and goes there, and then, like a dummy, thinking nobody's going to recognize her. You're the most famous person in the country right now. All these soldiers realize she's there, and they give her the 3-finger salute.
That sounds so wrong what you just said.
It does.
Okay.
I hated it as soon as I said it. It sounds like a weird thing that you should never say.
We're getting canceled.
Gave him the old 3-finger salute.
I will say this movie gets great right here. Like I think I said
this is where it picks
second
up.
Movie.
Yeah.
They're like when they get into the city actually, and Boggs has the detection thing.
Yeah.
And it's like I want that to be the whole movie. I want a whole movie of this bullcrap, or a movie, not even Hunger Games, but something like this. Like,
yeah,
that was great.
I know that this futuristic capital has all these resources and everything. I want to know if like all these traps were always built into the city and they just activated them.
No, they're not. Some of them were. I think the book says that some of them were like specific ones, like gates.
Yeah.
But then Snow, when everything started, all the game makers had to work for him to create this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So during the beginning of the rebellion and stuff,
seems like a lot of it got installed very quick.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people against their will.
I could be wrong, but I think that's right.
Okay. Because like when they pop up the map, it's like littered with. Like, geez. Because the rebels are already moving through the capital and having battles with peacekeepers and trying to get to Snow's mansion. But Katniss shows up, and is Boggs already there, or is he? Did he get sent out from?
He walks in like right after she joins, and he lies, saying he knew she was going to join.
Yeah,
like covered for her.
As soon as Coin and Plutarch see the footage of her there, they're like, "All right, let's just spend this. Like, this is where you realize President Coin is like, she ain't good."
Yeah, because Jennifer Lawrence, Katniss is flat out lying, like, I'm on a secret mission.
Yeah.
And you expect her to get caught in that. And instead, everyone's like, oh, yeah, we've heard about that. Cool.
Yeah, the directors, but like Coin is like, whatever she's doing, it was our idea. And we're going to spend this to make it look like you see the ground being laid that President Coin, she's not a good person. And if you're not on her side, she sees you as a threat. Or if she can't control you.
By the way, I think in that scene I realized that the District 13 control center shots, those are from Apollo 13.
Oh, wow.
Like 100%. It's the props from it. Because you can see a badge somewhere that says property of the Capital District Defense Forces. Because there's another movie that used them in 2016, some sci-fi thing.
Yeah.
But
I just saw Apollo 13 like 2 years ago. So
I don't know. I know I have, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
Like maybe since it came out.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah. Old. So she gets the suicide pill. They're all giving those out.
Yeah.
So they're gonna start combing the city, finding these traps. They're shooting propos. Feel like an idiot saying that. They're shooting propaganda.
Propagandize.
I forget how quick Boggs dies.
Yeah, he died pretty quick. I thought he
I hate
lasted longer in this movie.
I did too. It happened, and I went, "Do what?" They get holed up in that one room.
Yeah,
and Boggs transfers ownership of the whatever it is, the holographic map. I can't remember what their name for it is. Transfers it over to her.
Where does she learn that, like, saying not Nightlock 3 times will make that thing explode?
He tells her. When he transfers it to her, he says, "There's a suicide detonation. You can't let this fall in enemy hands. If it's leaving, say that 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Done."
Because, like, they get stuck in a trap that's like 2 machine guns that fire everything, and then they clear that, and then Boggs just steps on a piece of explosive.
How does he steps on the explosive, another girl steps on the explosive, and then the oil comes in.
Yeah, that's creepy.
I don't understand how it works, but I was like, this is inventive.
Yeah.
Like, the oil touches you and chains all of a sudden pull you up. Where'd those chains come from? I didn't care.
But also, before all this happens, while Katniss's group is resting, President Coin sends a little gift in the form of PETA. He's joining the Propo team, and
I forgot about that.
He's still unwell and is slowly trying to figure out what's real and what's not. And
I don't understand the logic of why would they send him. Just
she was hoping that he would
die.
President Coin was hoping that he would kill Katniss. Because, like, either way, if she dies, we can use her as a martyr.
True.
And then I don't have anyone threatening to take my power away once we win this war.
I get PETA in this movie, but that's probably the most annoying part of this whole thing is just scrubbed up PETA the whole time.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, he's good. Straight.
He's going through something.
Yeah, he's got bad BMs. I don't know why that's what I went with.
Because we go through all that to say, during the oil thing, he attacks Katniss and kills one of the. That's how we know about the chains snatch you up. Is he pushes one of their squad mates into the oil, and it. One of those guys is the Dr. Pershing from The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I thought that was him. I didn't look it up. Did a double take and went.
I was like,
Hold on now.
I've seen that guy.
Man, I love everything about those whole scenes. Like, they're holed up in the apartment. They're getting shot at by peacekeepers.
Yeah.
They got to figure out how they're going to get out. And, they decide 2 people are going to I don't know. It was a lot more of a realistic movie. It's not the right word, but all of a sudden it was like, oh, shoot, like, this is a thing. Sweet.
Like we're making our way through this huge, basically deserted city that's been burned to hell. And
I mean, it felt like a video game.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. It's a video game.
That was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 9 or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're at.
They've restarted Modern Warfare, so they're on Modern Warfare 3, I think, at this point. It's amazing how you can repackage the same game over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And play the same online mode over and over and over and over again. But,
That's what I've been playing a game called BattleBit. I think I mentioned it once, but it's Battlefield-styled combat.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like Roblox. Like box, cheap-looking things, but it's awesome because it doesn't matter what kind of computer you have, you play at the top specs.
And
there's like 256 players per match.
Oh, wow.
And it runs perfect. But that's probably for the end. The 2 sisters stick behind the League sisters.
Yeah, the twins.
Yeah.
And so Boggs is dead. We're trapped in this apartment. And the what's the other commander's name? The lady.
Oh, shoot.
I want to say Marion, but that's probably
that sounds right.
Anyway, she's like, give me the Katniss, give me the thing. Yeah, come on, what are you doing? She's like, Boggs gave it to me. And she's like, what are you talking about? And then the Dr. Pershing guy is like, yeah, I saw him do it. He gave it to her. Oh, wow, how he do that? I'm here to... She comes up with this excuse like, President Coin sent me to assassinate President Snow.
And I love all of them just go, sure she did, but we're going to follow.
Yeah, that Cressida woman was like, yep, she wanted it on camera.
That other girl's name is Lieutenant Jackson, isn't
There
it?
you go. Jackson, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's it. Sorry. They go to another room, but that's when it's announced that Katniss is dead.
yeah, like
They do the full on because they bombed the wrong. They move out. They bomb the wrong place
on purpose because they had no clue where they were.
Yeah. So done. Katniss is gone. No problem.
That's the only part of Caesar Flickerman we get to see is his little announcement. It's like Stanley Tucci got done wrong. He's like been in this thing forever, and
oh, I bet he got paid a couple $1 million for
I'm
a
sure
5-second
he did
scene.
to come in and stand in front of a green screen for a couple seconds. And
Stanley, we're gonna put some tape on your forehead again to pull your skin back. Is that all right? That's another $1 million.
Yeah, fine with me. What am I saying? All right.
Here's some cocaine. Do this and get back in character. But I do love President Coin delivers the eulogy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like got that way too ready to go.
What so and again, stuff happens so quick now. Like before I'm talking about stuff is so slow and muddy. Now it's quick.
Yeah, now
So-
it picks up.
Yeah, they're going to go to the Capitol still, but they figure out that they should go through the sewers because Pollux tells them, like, I've been through there. We could get there quicker and unseen.
And there's probably not any traps down there.
Yeah, that's the important one. Yeah.
Because they were like, it's like...
But Snow knows she's alive.
Yeah, because there's cameras, of course. Because
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a totalitarian government. There's cameras everywhere.
But go figure, you get into a sewer, a trapped area. You don't think they're going to funnel a bunch of things through the sewer?
Boy,
Just-
that shit was scary.
It was. And I was all for it. I went, this is great.
Those
All
little-
these movies should have had this energy. Like this much, like...
Yeah. Except that Finnick died, man. That's...
Yeah, didn't like that. That was one of the guys you want to win. Like you really...
You really kind of pulled for him.
Yeah.
And it's like, he just... I mean, he makes
Finnick
a sacrifice for everybody, but it's like, man.
Such a likable character. The actor's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
I'd much rather Pete had died.
Yeah. We can't give him and Katniss like real guns instead of a bow and arrow and a trident, I guess you would call that.
Well, I'm going to say those things worked a whole lot better than everybody else's.
That's true. But I'd still want a gun.
Yeah. I never got that. I never understood that. In the book even, like Katniss's bow is a lot more fancy and stuff. But like, it's not a gun.
I mean, it looks like she's only got like 12 arrows.
I can shoot a bow really well, but a gun's going to be a lot more effective. Like,
It's way more efficient. and
the argument is she's got those explosive arrows. She's got all the other, but like, nah.
only like
Nah,
4
let's
of
go
them.
to Finnick. Finnick's got a daggum trident.
Yeah, Finnick's at least got like a blade, that works. And it's like, at least give Gale a gun too. Like, he's still walking around with that crossbow. Like, how's he?
Well, the only assumption I've got is they didn't intend for them to actually do combat.
Oh, they never did.
They're still in
They
propo
never
mode.
wanted. Yeah, they never wanted her to
Pick up
be
a
in combat.
daggum gun. Y'all have killed some people. Pick up
I know.
a gun.
Pick up a gun. Let's move on.
I mean, Gale picks one up later.
Yeah. So from there,
They don't have the map because she blows it up.
Don't have a map because they did the nightlock thing and dropped the thing down there.
And they go take refuge in this tiger's house, who is Snow's cousin.
That's Snow's cousin.
Okay, I thought that was right.
She's in the new movie as well, but played by a younger actress. But she's not all tigered up yet.
I was gonna say, is that a cub? Is that a cubrous? That's a terrible. Don't laugh at that. That's embarrassing.
Diapers.
Don't do it. Yeah. So they're locked up. They're hanging out down the street. Same old things they did last week.
We're all right. One of us is a rapist.
Yeah. Yeah. And Conan O'Brien called it. Have you seen that clip?
Yeah.
God, I love it.
Dude, somebody's gonna
You're gonna get caught.
and I think he was joking at that point, but it's probably like kind of halfway like
yeah, the joke you just made not
like
really
that.
funny, a little off.
You shouldn't have said that on TV, but whatever.
So while they're there, Snow has a problem. I mean, like there's a lot of like bonding, or they're all best friends again, whatever. Gale and Peeta have a moment.
Yeah. Discussing which one of them she loves the most.
So awkward. If I was the girl, I would say no to both of them. I pick.
Yeah, that's when you realize these movies were really written for like teenage girls.
Yeah. It really takes you out of it. Meanwhile, I'm like, let's go back in that sewer and blow some people up.
Fuck some shit up.
I want to know about that camera. How does the lens work?
That's burn.
There's hovercrafts. What? I don't care about love. Love can only hurt you. Guns make you stronger.
That's when President Snow makes the announcement, hey, everybody, come to the mansion. If you're a refugee still in the capital, come on down and get your food.
I can protect you all. Okay, yeah.
And so they're like, this is our perfect time. We disguise ourselves. We're going to somehow sneak in there amongst all those people, and then we're going to take out Snow. He going to get dead.
By the way, that sewer scene was filmed in a real sewer.
Looked like it.
But the liquid and stuff
was fake.
It was Dawn dish soap and alfalfa or something. But I read a thing that was like the cast said that was the hardest scene to shoot because it was so hot, and we were in an actual, I think it was an abandoned sewer, but still like the heat. Daggone.
You're enclosed down there with an entire film crew and like 5-6 other actors. Like, it's gonna get hot. It's gonna get warm.
Jennifer Lawrence was farting the whole time too.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody was farting.
I don't know why. That's where I go with that.
Is it funny to just hear that Jennifer Lawrence farts? Is that what it is?
She does. She talks about it, I think. I don't know. You know what's wild though? I realized this too. I see the cover, the movie poster.
Mm-hmm.
She never wears the outfit that's on the poster.
The red one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are these marketing people doing?
I think it was just an artistic thing that they came up with. Or it was like a early design. And they were like, nah, let's keep her in black. But
yeah, but
whatever.
So they're getting out.
Mm.
They put on cloaks, just her and Gale. Everyone else is going to sit back. Preston, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You don't think they're going to be checking people's identities?
Exactly. Like,
I mean, the logic is the most just, I don't get it.
And there's all these huge wanted posters as they're making their way there with their faces on it. And you don't think like peacekeepers, like you don't think anybody thought that y'all would try that?
Nah, we can get in with this. That's cool.
But as soon as
me on the way in,
as soon as a peacekeeper pulls her hood down, in come the rebels, and they setting off explosives and killing peacekeepers and wildly shooting into the crowd.
Yeah, and I don't think they're. They just announced that bring all your children to the front. A baby meat shield is a need. Come to the wall.
Which I think was his plan, was like to hide behind the civilians. It was
definitely
like, y'all all huddle around here. They won't try nothing with all these people.
Nah, they don't care. They're just shooting y'all. Nah, y'all are all
shooting
dead.
In that crowd indiscriminately.
Y'all are all Johanna Mason. That's everyone. Those are all her type. Like, no, we're gonna kill the Capitol. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. So during the kerfuffle, the thing, Gale gets taken away, and Katniss slowly, she decides
you're supposed to shoot him. Kill me.
Yeah, because if we don't win this war, I'm getting tortured to hell. Like, this is not good. But there's a little relief team there to help people after all the explosions. And who's in that little relief team? One Primrose Everdeen.
All right, so we haven't had the first explosion yet. The
Right.
real one, where they
Right.
drop the toys for the kids to touch.
Right.
Then you get that. How did they get there that fast? How did you get medical people there that quick? Because it was like, boom, blink. Now they're here.
I think it was like, again, this is, explained in the book, like they just dropped them all, like they set down the thing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're dead on.
Because she was either out of it at this point or I don't know, but like she turns around and like,
dude, she was wasted.
she's wasted, bro. There's Primrose and all these other nurses down there, and then all of a sudden, all these little care packages start dropping in.
No, they already dropped.
They already dropped. That's right.
Yeah, this is the secondary explosion off that.
Yeah.
So they were there to fix the care packages. That in the book, they're toys, not care packages, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so she's there to the secondary wave. To beep beep, you're not in a Jeep, you're
that's
dead.
Right, because they set off some stuff, and then that's when they send in the relief team to help. The rebels send in that relief team, which is Primrose and all of them.
Yep.
And then the second bombs go off, and everybody, and Katniss is out at this point, but it's explained that like after that, like all the peacekeepers and everybody just like gave up and surrendered.
Dude, I remember when that happened in the movies. Like, I read the book, so I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
People yelled. I mean, people went bonkers of like, you can't do that.
Talk to Coin.
Loser.
Talk to Coin. She's diabolical. So everybody gives up, and so Katniss gets to see, if she wakes up in the president's mansion, she's healing from her wounds yet again. She's escorted outside to go talk to Snow, and he explains, like, that wasn't me, girl. I told you, I'm not, we said we wasn't going to lie to each other. I got no reason to lie to you right now. That wasn't me. He's like, I'm not above killing kids, but.
That's one of my favorite lines. I think we both know I'm not above killing children.
He's like I mean, you got to believe him at that point, because it's like, it would be wasteful. Why would I do that? Think about it. I was going to surrender. And then that's when it kind of clicks to her that, okay, Coin's a piece of shit, even though I've never liked her this whole time.
Yeah, and then that's when Katniss also clicks. Gale suggested a similar plan to that previously, and he has to acknowledge it. When he shows up with the most frumpy-looking uniform,
yeah, that does not fit him at all.
Party City or something like.
It's like they dragged something out of wardrobe and was like, yeah, that fits. Put that on for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that'll work, buddy. We'll clothespin it back. Just don't turn around when you walk in.
She's like, was that your idea? And he's like, I don't know. Motherfucker, you know it was you.
Yeah. The book, sorry, I gave every other one of these, I said, I'm going to quit doing this, and I do it the whole time. The book makes him feel dirty a whole lot worse, and it's just kind of like, I had to do what I had to do if I'm right. I think that's how it is, but I think they wanted to make him likable still.
Yeah, but it's like, I think Katniss is already like, she's done with him. Like,
yeah, also one of the best lines, just, goodbye, Gale.
Yeah.
Nothing. No more contact, nothing.
Like, you were supposed to take care of her family, and then you came up with the idea that killed her only sister. She's not having it.
Well, and it's kind of funny of all this started to keep her sister alive. That's the whole catalyst of all this.
That's why this whole thing started.
So none of this would have happened. I mean, she would have been dead anyway, but
her sister still be alive.
And so would a ton of other people. So that's why I think Katniss is the villain.
That's the guilt she probably carries from that moment on, is like, yeah, we freed a country, but all this stuff that set off from me trying to save my sister in that one moment has like killed her and almost ruined my life. So that's when she goes into the meeting with other former victors and President Coin, and they've got the brilliant idea to have a Hunger Games with the Capitol's children. Let's start this shit all over again.
I also love, like, I'm taking it upon myself to become the interim president.
Yeah. And then,
I don't think you can do that without having an election, regardless.
And then,
like,
hey, Mitch is like, how interim we talking about?
I tell you, I do. Like, you don't see a lot of Haymitch in this one.
No.
When Haymitch is here, it's perfect. And like, so what's about to happen is she's going to announce they're going to have a symbolic Hunger Games with all the Capitol's children as revenge.
Yeah, let's just keep this shit going. Why not? Because her rationale is like the bloodthirst won't be enough if we just kill, Capitol leaders and President Snow. People are still going to want more. It's like, I don't know, man. You just went through a war.
Yeah.
I think she just wants it. That's her little bit of power that she gets to.
Oh yeah, well it worked.
Yeah,
right. It worked for 75 years.
She know it works, and she's like, I want to do it now. That's why. That's exactly why she started this rebellion.
You think she wanted some of that coin?
Yeah, she.
Yeah, God.
Oh my God,
that's so stupid. That's like the fourth bad one.
And I feel like there's history between Coin and Snow as well that they didn't really touch on.
Again, I think the book has more mentions, but I think there is history.
Mm-hmm. I feel like those two have like a real political history or rivalry or.
Yeah, I heard they used to do it underneath the bleachers.
Probably.
Yeah. So I love Haymitch here. Everyone's voting. Of course, Joanna, everyone votes exactly how you think. And you're like, yeah, there's no way Katniss is going to say yes. And then she says, I'm going to kill Snow. And then it's assumed, like, if I say yes, that's what you're going to do for me. She says yes. And Haymitch says, I'll follow her.
Because he knows, I think he's got an idea at that point. All right.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever realized he gives a look at her when she says yes. And she looks back, and he's just like, all right, here we go.
What you stepping in.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we have a public execution that is way too long of a walk. Like, it's that long runway where they would bring the chariots out and circle around for the Hunger Games to the president.
It's
like,
so bad.
I'd be like, can we shorten this up a little bit? Like, that's a long walk.
There's not enough people in that world anymore to fill that thing up.
I know, but there's a huge ass crowd behind her, and they're all still filled up in that stadium, and they got drum players. They just
casually walk behind her, filling in.
Yes.
No way. There's that much civilness.
That's too much walking. That's too far. Let's just all be there right then. We don't need to walk all the way over there.
There's some real solid Star Wars vibes in this scene of her walking up to speak. I'm like, yeah, all right. This flowing cape and stuff. I'm like,
she's got the cape going, and she's like, oh my God, there's a new Pan Am. And okay, you're obviously evil now. Like, you got a taste of the power, and you're ready to go. And Katniss does not shoot President Snow. Shocker.
Nah, she banks that sucker.
And it's straight at President Coin, and she drops. And AI generated Plutarch is like, and then walks away.
Yeah, it looks rough.
Yeah, you can tell when he didn't shoot that scene.
Yeah, there's 4 that you can tell really well of but
yeah, because he's not really in this movie a lot.
No,
he shot some of it. He's in some scenes, but
what was it? It died. He died. When was it? I wrote it down. He virtually filmed with 2 scenes left, and then the other things were rewritten for other characters. The letter. So she shoots them. The mob moves in to try and they don't try. They go kill Snow.
Yeah,
she's gonna kill herself, but PETA stops her. And she's taken away.
She tried to kill herself?
Yeah, she tried to swallow the pill.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She had that. Yeah. I thought that was that pearl, but it was the Nightlock pill.
You're supposed to think it's the Mockingjay pen, but it's not. It's the pill.
Gotcha.
So she gets arrested. Haymitch brings her a letter. Then that's where Plutarch
was probably supposed to
he was
visit her in the cell.
A rewrite.
Yeah.
to make. They couldn't. Yeah.
Rather than trying to recreate his face on somebody and have an awkward scene, they probably just like, let's have Haymitch read our letter.
He's the mastermind of this entire movie, then, right?
Who's that?
Plutarch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like planned it all. Just
he was just
every
like
single thing
behind President Coin because that's the lesser of two evils, and that leads to a free Panem.
Yeah,
supposedly.
So she's gonna go home in a couple years. They'll pardon her, possibly, hopefully.
Yeah, like, and if she just goes out and lives in District 12, obviously nobody else is living out there. So,
Logan was like, "You're ridiculous." It got to that point. I went, "This is heaven. This is what I want.
Yeah,
I want to live in this decent, cool house in the wilderness, and no one's around.
And it's just you out there. It's just you and PETA and your drunk uncle that lives next door.
That's the best.
I'd live next to Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, I think that'd be a riot, man.
Yeah. Of course, he's not in the end scenes a lot. He has dinner with her one time, and I guess we're supposed to assume that by the time they have kids, he's dead.
I don't know. How long's that after?
It doesn't
5
really
years?
say, but
I don't really say.
They have a toddler that's at least like 4 or 5 years old. So
those are Jennifer Lawrence's nephews.
That's cool.
But she got in a lot of trouble because at Comic-Con that year, she said, "My nephews play my children." And everyone was like, "Wait, what?" Because people that didn't read the book, I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
Before the movie came out.
I think it's before the trailer came out.
Oh shit! Yeah, you can't say that.
Pretty funny.
Well, that's why people like her. Who cares?
Yeah, it's Tom Holland syndrome. Say something stupid, win.
All the huge fans had read the book at that point. They know.
Yeah.
I mean, who cares?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I hate endings like this. Like, I don't care to see them get old. Just let it end. Like, we don't need this epilogue. Harry Potter did it.
I think you just end where PETA shows up and she's happy that he's there. I think you can end it there.
Yeah, that'd have been way better. Or I think they read a letter from Annie, and then they're just sitting on the doorstop looking at the rain. I'm like, dude, end it there. Kill it. Done.
Mm-hmm. And she's just looking at him, and he's looking at the rain. It's like, yeah, we get it. They live happily ever after, I guess.
I guess I'm going to start making movies. I'm going to redo all the movies that we do on here. And
most of it is just fading to black in different moments. Fading to black where you think the movie should end.
And some of the movies are going to last like 1 minute because I'm just going to say, hey, if we thought about this, we wouldn't have to do this. Fade to black.
That's the Hunger Games franchise.
Yeah.
It ended in rebellion. Shocker. Best one still catching fire.
Yeah, I think this one, the first one's my favorite. But this is also my favorite from parts. As a whole, it's not.
When I saw that first movie, it hooked me into this. It's like, oh, wow, this is cool.
I love, too, the CEO of Lionsgate immediately went, there's probably going to be a fifth film. It's going to be a sequel or a prequel. We're thinking about extending the story. Dude, no. Why would you?
Lying. It's a prequel, but
yeah,
we're getting it. It was because she was probably writing it at that point.
Yeah.
I think the Songbird and Snakes thing came out in like 2015, 2016. I don't know when it came out.
I didn't know it came out that fast. I didn't know there was another one at all. Someone was like, they're making another movie, and I thought it was like the Harry Potter thing of they're going to make a Broadway show and then do something, but
no.
Well,
they're talking about redoing that as a series on Max. Harry Potter and all that.
I wish they wouldn't.
Me too.
I mean, yeah, there's other stuff you could do. You could really make it closer to the books, but
old David Zaslav, the Discovery guy that bought the company, he's like, we got to use these properties.
Just do something original. Like,
more
I'm
Lord
so
of the
tired
Rings.
of this.
more Harry Potter. They're doing another Lord of the Rings movie trilogy thing, which
I don't understand.
I don't know if it's a remake. It better not be a remake.
I think it is. I think it's a remake.
That would fucking suck.
I mean, let's just say it like it is. I think Peter Jackson made the perfect trilogy.
That's the perfect franchise.
Yeah. I mean, there is no questions, no ifs, ands, buts.
That
is
a
the
perfect trilogy of movies.
But, some idiot in charge is going to want to squeeze juice.
There's so many, like, J.R. Tolkien, his son has found, like, manuscripts that he had kind of started, that he had kind of worked on, that was, like, life after Return of the King.
Yeah.
Like, there's several things you could piece together and flesh out into a story with that, I feel like. But
I still just, I don't know. Even after this writer strike, I just think that, like, original creativity's dead.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of a movie right now. Of course, you're going to immediately go, what about this? I'm going to go, yeah, you're right. Of, like, just an original screen. Not a sequel, not a prequel, not based on anything. That's what I want now. I don't want to have redos. I don't want to have, I don't know. I'm a cranky old man.
Which I'm not, I'm not mad at movies, like adaptations of books, because there's no
no
imagery associated with that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a big problem with that. I guess I'm only saying that because I'm stuck with Harry Potter and Hunger Games right now and Lord of the Rings.
Mm.
But that's not. You do it right, it's not that bad.
Exactly.
Well, I'm saying that, and I'm like, all right, let me see Akira. Let me see the Akira movie.
There's been like 10 directors attached to make that movie.
I don't think Taika Waititi could do it. So
no, I don't think Taika Waititi wants to get back into big Hollywood anymore.
Yeah.
He's Jordan Peterson pitched a Gargoyles movie not too long ago, but I think they're making a series on Disney Plus.
The Canadian guy?
Not I'm sorry, Jordan Peele. Jeez.
Oh. I was like, whoa, I didn't know he made movies. That's cool.
No, not the weird manosphere guy.
Yeah, that.
What rules? What rules? You sons of bitches. Yeah. So we transition now into.
I'm gonna give you another transition first.
Okay. Transition me. No. Yeah.
The Marvels is gonna suck.
Oh yeah, hot doo doo.
I saw the last trailer, and I just got to tell you, when you have to spice up your final trailer with shots of other previous movies' setups. Oh my god,
yes.
Oh boy.
It opens with Iron Man. The trailer opens with Iron Man, and like
I was shocked. I went, no.
The first 45 seconds is like shots from Endgame.
It's like, hey guys, do you remember that time we got you all hyped for something and it followed through? Well, we're gonna hype you up and fail you.
You remember when Carol Danvers was in this really good movie with all these other better characters?
Remember when we cut her part in these movies because she was unlikable?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love whoever at Disney said, hey everyone, did you see Storm in the trailer though?
Is that who that was?
I think that's originally. I mean, that's what I'm betting is they got someone to start a fake rumor, so people are going to be like, "I want to see the X-Men in this movie."
Because there's a shot where like somebody teleports onto a ship and it's like a white suit.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. But you know what I am buying? Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man in Secret Wars.
Oh yeah, I just assume that they're bringing back everybody.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Feige was a producer on all of those movies. So if he could like empty out his toy chest on that and then sail off into the sunset, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, this is the one to end your career on. Like,
yeah,
don't, you do just be done.
Yeah, like because y'all fucked it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm tired of comic book movies. But
Yeah.
I'm hyped up for the big ones. Actually, I'm hyped up for Loki. What I'm watching, Loki. Loki
Oh
ends
my
this week.
gosh, it's so good.
I mean, it's so good, but it's so good that it makes all the other Marvel shows look terrible.
Well, that's because those were all run by and Marvel's even acknowledged this in an article. They were like, all their shows were run by executives and not like showrunners and a room
Yeah.
full of writers and people that followed a list of characters and rules for these people. And
I mean,
Marvel
there's
go
some deep
and
cuts in this Loki season 2.
shockingly, after the writers got their deal, Marvel comes out and says, we're gonna staff these shows with a writers' room and have executive producers and showrunners, and it's almost like we have to abide by these terms that we agreed to now.
Dang it. I'm not going to make $10 billion. I'll make $9.1 billion.
Exactly.
Other thing I've been watching, not really, I think, there's an anime called Attack on Titan, and it ended last week. It's like a 10-year long.
Oh, wow.
I think I've been watching it for 8, but like it was like an hour and a half long episode.
Mm-hmm.
But this is season 3, part 4.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
every time I watch it, it's like, this is the end, and then it doesn't
Psych.
end. This one ended, and it was wild.
All right.
It was good, but that's probably about it. I mean, yeah.
Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix.
Are you watching it?
Oh, I watched it.
Okay, I didn't know it was out.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to do it.
It's so really good.
Yeah,
only weeb thing about me, I would say, is I love that 1600s era of Japan with samurai and the feudal shoguns, and I love that stuff. Like the anime and all this other stuff, I was like, but I love a good samurai story.
No, I'm with you. I love that era. It's
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. Just it's
Yeah.
different.
It's like, it's kind of like knights in the Victorian era, or not the Victorian era, but like when
The medieval times.
yes, medieval times and stuff.
Who do you pull for, the Red Knight or the Black Knight when you go there?
Last time we went with my nephews, I think it was and that when we went, it was like the crowd we were with, it was lit. Like they were like,
Yeah.
Blue Knight, fucking go! I think we were like Blue Knight or something. We were down at the beach. It's only fun when you have kids with you.
Well, I'm gonna really crush that because the next time my partner is in Ohio, or the guy I work with, I don't know how to say, he's on my team. He runs my team.
Yeah.
I'm on his team. I don't know. When he comes down, we'll stay right beside the medieval times, and I'm gonna make him go see it, and it's gonna be the best.
Which one y'all gonna be at?
In Atlanta.
I didn't know there was one in Atlanta.
Oh yeah. I know there's one there because in high school I snuck onto a field trip that went to it. Preston, my parents taught there. I'm always there. I know all the teachers. I walked to the door of the school bus with my best friend who was older than me. And he goes, "Are you coming on this? You should come." And I went, "Yeah, actually, I
why
don't
not?
want to go to school today." So I got on and the teacher went, "Are you in this person's class?" And I went, "Yeah." She goes, "I'll just add you to it." I just walked in, missed the whole day. No one knew where I was. It was awesome.
I'm sure your mom wasn't scared at all or worried or.
No. Every other teacher just thought I was in a different class. Like,
Oh wow.
it was awesome. And I got back and the fourth period teacher was like, "Hey, where were you today?" And I went on a field trip. And they went, "Oh, did you go to medieval times?" Yeah. Didn't question it. Nothing.
Jeez.
It was great, man.
Yeah. I started reading the Silo book series,
Ooh, what do you think?
starting with Wool. So far, the adaptation is pretty solid.
Do you feel bored reading it since you've seen
Absolutely not,
it? Okay.
because there's added extra things like what characters are thinking, and
I need to do that. My next to read I've got a Stranger Things book. It's Eddie Munson's like prequel stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna read that, but I want to read the Solo stuff if I can ever get time to read.
Yeah. I bought the Mission Impossible movie the other day. I watched that. That's really good.
Ooh, I hadn't seen it, but I saw that scene of him on the train.
Boom, 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 boom.
Dude, Tom Cruise.
He looks old in this movie.
He does.
Watching it. He looks old. He's finally showing his age, but
finally quit drinking baby blood.
Yeah. That's it for this week.
We're talking about baby blood. We're going to close out.
We're going to end on baby blood. If you have a suggestion for a movie we should do, you can send that to secondtakemoviespod@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at Second Take Movies and tell me if you'd like the show or not, and send weird messages. Why not? Go for it. Comment.
Preston loves weird pictures.
Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Weird pictures.
So we'll find a movie for next week. We are transitioning out of a franchise, so we'll figure that out. But until then, we'll see you next week. Jake, any final words?
Yeah, hold on. I'm working on it. Just wait. Oh, boy. Yeah, pantalones de mierda.
We'll see you next week.